Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. Now, as you know, on this channel is where we bring predictive analysis, research and tutorials to help guide you through this vast world of coins and tokens. If that is the type of content you are interested in, make sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel with your notifications on so that you do not get to miss any other value-packed video like this one. Now, without said, let's just jump right into the charts. I think I have some very interesting things I want to show you today. Now, when we look at Bitcoin right here, this is Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, okay? So do not be confused. That is Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, and we are indexing Bitstamp right here, Bitcoin versus the US dollar, not Bitcoin versus USDT, Bitcoin versus the US dollar, and we are on the logarithmic scale right here, so we can see it in its full potential. All right, that was a joke, by the way. Now, when we come here, if we come here, now I just put these two trend lines just before I started this video, but what we are basically looking at here is the trend line from the all-time high where we passed through this candle, or say on top of this candle right here, and yeah, BTC actually went above that trend line and it closed some candles outside of that trend line. Now again, this is the weekly time frame, so closing a candle outside of a trend line or below a trend line is very significant because it takes a lot of time to do that. Basically, this video is meant to give us a glimpse of what is to come in the future for this asset. Yeah, we don't want to be investing in an asset when it's basically dying, because there are people who bought here at lower than $1, and we don't want to be the people who come to hold their bags for them. Normally, this right here is a bullish pattern. Yeah, so when you find a falling wedge like so, breaking outside right here is targeting this right here. So this is the ultimate target of this fractal. Yeah, and yeah, you know, sometimes I would like to even make some crazy jokes and try to put a trend line like so, you know, because believe it or not, it does work sometimes. So if you put a trend line like so, and if you take this right here, so this is where it broke out of the double bottom formation right here, and we put it in the highest point right here, that highest point, and then we take that and put it right here where it broke out of that trend line. That is giving us $49,000 Bitcoin. So this is the bull flag for that fractal. Yeah, now to say this now and say Bitcoin is going to $149,000. Now, some people would just be like, well, it's just gonna go there, yeah? But not knowing that it does also mean that BTC can do this, yeah, before ultimately going there. But a lot of people are so short-sighted, so they don't see so far into the future. To me, the game is all about patience. It's all about being there to stomach the ups and downs, because believe me, these are serious ups and downs. This right here does mean that BTC went up to 32,000 and crashed back down to 15,000. When it does crash here, of course, the media will give you all sorts of reasons why you should not be buying, while this particular region right here is not worth your money, and it goes back up to 34,000 and comes back down, and right here at 34,000 the media will be giving you all sorts of reasons why you should be buying. When you finish buying, well, it crashes back down to like 11,000. Now believe me, this can just easily work like this. It does the same thing here. Yeah, it can work like that. Like you take it from here, this is 3,000, and it goes up to what, 11,000, crashes back down to 3,000. Do you think when it was here the media didn't have bad news? Of course they had. So that's just it. That's just it. You give up, you sell here, and then it takes the people who persevered here, it takes them up to 64,000. So that's just the game. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Yeah, so Bitcoin right here exited the falling wedge. So what is the first target of that wedge? The first target is this right here, this opening. The ultimate target, or say that the second target, is the second widest part of the falling wedge. From here, because we only have two, you could put it here that will be 47,000, and the ultimate target will be this one. We can map that out to look like this. So far so good. So if we go to index BTC, this is the other chart which I showed you guys the other day. I will leave the link to the video in the description. As we looked from here the other day, now this is like a reminder, we had BTC go up by 5 million % right here. Went up again by 61,000%. Now note that I am taking from the bottoms to the top. So bottom of bear market to the top of the bull market. So here we have 61,000%, and here we have 11,000%, approximately 12,000%, and here we have 2,000% right here. Yeah, so we are getting diminishing returns on the asset. Our tops are getting lower and lower and lower. We used to have a 93% drop, which I mentioned in the last video. We had an 87% drop, which is lower than 93%. Now here we have an 84% drop, which is lower than 87%. And currently we are having a 77% drop. So is it normal? Yes, it is normal, because our drops have also been reducing as the tops are reducing. So we are having a decrease on both sides, which we can see it as a symmetrical triangle. The tops are getting smaller and the bottoms are also getting smaller. It's all constricting to a single point. What point is that, you might ask? This point. This point, our current price, is the point of all of this. If you connect a trend line from here, that's the bear market in 2018. Yeah, if you connect it to this one, to this candle close here, the C19 crash right here, look at what BTC did here. Look at what BTC did. BTC basically bounced off of that trend line. Like, I don't know if everybody is seeing this. It's crazy. It basically bounced here, meaning that if we had been very serious with our forecasts here, we would have basically picked the exact bottom. You should be buying the support, not selling the support. So we could have basically picked this exact bottom if this ever turns out to be the bottom. However, it also tells us something very interesting. So let's take, for example, that BTC was to drop, say, to $3,000. Would be a 94% drop. 94% drop, which is lower than the previous drop right here. It will go against the sequence of drops from the past. So from here, from the top to the bottom right here, I think, yeah, it was 84 or 83% drop. So this drop right here will be greater than the past successive drops, which means BTC is taking a turn, like a huge turn. Now, as we said before, the entire chart was painting this type of structure, the symmetrical triangle. There is some good news here, by the way, so it's not just dark and gloomy and stuff. So the first side, or say the first exit of most symmetrical triangles, is usually the wrong one. So if price starts to come like so, if price goes like so, and exits this side first, that is usually the fake out, usually the fake side. So it will come down like so and eventually go up like so, and it's going to go to the main direction, or say to the main target of the structure. So if the target was pointing maybe to say 100% increase, this will then go 100% increase from here. So what information can we get from this? Going to the upside here could be the fake out of the downside target. This could happen like so. Now, I'm just saying this so that we're mentally prepared for this, because if this goes to 31K, it will be meeting the target of the falling wedge, which is the first target of that falling wedge. It will be meeting this first target of the falling wedge, this first target. And after meeting that first target, there is a very high chance that it goes for this retest right here. Now, closing a weekly candle below this ascending trend line will be targeting 3,000. How, you might ask? Because if you take this from here and you put here and you put it right there, so if it exits that, it will be targeting 3,000 that you can see here. So this bounce right here was actually avoiding 3K. Let's take some other calculation here so that you see where I come from with all of this. We will have to go away from the logarithmic view right here. So if we take a trend-based fib right here and we take like so and go back to the all-time high, it will be giving us the exact $3,000 MAC right there. So you will see it showing up here. So this is the 3,000 and that will be giving us the 1.618 right here. So we have the 1.618 in confluence with the 3K level, and even here you can also find that price came up and rejected from the 0.5 and it also rejected from the 0.236. So we do have some confluences for this fib extension. Keep in mind, this is just a working theory. It's not like a guarantee. So this is just something we should know so that if we ever see price come down here, we know exactly what is playing out. So what we are basically looking at right here is a pattern inside of a pattern. If BTC ever goes to 3,000, what will that mean? It will mean that BTC on this large scale, on the large scale of the symmetrical triangle, BTC has taken this turn like so. It has gone up and down and up and down, and it has gone to the downside, which is the fake move. So just as a reminder, if BTC ever goes to 3,000, that will be the fake move, because it is the first side of our symmetrical triangle. It is the first side of this price action coming to one single point. If you take from here, as we have said before, we have seen that the bottoms, or say the price drops, are also decreasing as the price increases are decreasing. So it is all coming to a single point, which may be here. Now, we cannot just put all of that in one diagram or in one chart because, well, it's a bit more abstract. But we are saying that the way price is behaving, it is going to a single point. It is going to this single point. And the fake move may be BTC going to 3,000. Now, why am I saying all of this? I was trying to make sense of how can BTC ever recover if it goes to 3,000. That's what I was trying to make sense of. How will that even be possible? Well, it will be possible because that will be the fake move of our symmetrical triangle. Now, what if it goes to the upside? That's the obvious question. Based on our example, we are talking about BTC going below its previous drop right here. So going below this previous drop, that is going to say like 87% discount from the all-time high, that will be the close, that will be the move to the downside on our symmetrical triangle. Whatever happens here, BTC should not go below 84% from the all-time high. But we also see here that closing a weekly candle below this trend line will be targeting 3,000. And we do have first and second and third price targets from the 3K mark. So if we take from here and we put like so, that first target will be this one. So if we ever break this trend line from here or from anywhere that we do break this trend line, if we break from up here, the target will be a bit more higher than, you know, breaking down here. If we broke this down here, the target will be 7,000. Now, it's crazy because these are figures that I've talked about, yeah? These are figures that I've talked about. It's not like there's some new figures. If it broke here, the target would have been 7,000. If it broke from here, the target will be 11,000. So the higher Bitcoin goes to the upside, the higher the target would be if it ever broke this ascending trend line, if it ever broke it. So whatever happens, it should not go below this 84% discount. If it goes below, that is like going to like say 86% discount or 90% discount, that will be the drop down from our symmetrical triangle. And if it goes above this 2000% increase, so we have BTC right here. So if it goes above this, if it ever goes above this 2000% increase right here, that will be the move to the upside of our symmetrical triangle, which may very well be the wrong side. So that will be the fake move. But I do not think it will, because, well, we've been having successive decreases. We've been having diminishing returns. So thinking that BTC will go up to like, say, $500,000 will mean a 3,000% increase, basically, which will be higher than the previous price increase. Being higher than this previous price increase will be the move to the upside of the symmetrical triangle, which may very well be the fake move. And being the fake move will spell disaster for BTC. So actually, it may be very good for BTC to go to 3,000. That is the reset we are talking about. That is the reset. Because if BTC does go to 3,000, which will be the target of this ascending broadening wedge right here. So I know this video is kind of crazy. I know the ideas are just random and it's much more esoteric, but just bear with me here. I think some people will be interested in ideas like this, and I would like to know what you think. Of course, it is just okay to just invest your money and just do nothing and not have to worry. But I know most people in this channel are thinkers. You like to think and give me your own ideas. So it's a community of us thinking of where price can ever go or where it can never go. So it's all a communicative exercise for all of us, yeah? And it's kind of interesting to me, actually. So if we go back here to BTC, this is the ascending broadening wedge. So you have a wedge moving to the upside, and it is broadening as it goes up. That is bearish price action. It is bearish by nature. So as it continues to go to the upside, it will break at some point. Where will it go if it breaks? 3,000. That's the target. Now note that 3,000 is not only the target for our trend-based Fibonacci as we showed here before. If we switch back to logarithmic, we will see our target, the 3,000 target right here. We will be getting, now I'm not putting that exactly as it should be because it will just take a lot of time, but we see that it is at 3,000, and this is also putting us to 3,000 right here. That's the target. It's also putting us at 3,000. So if this is to come to 3,000, it will not only be the confluence with the 1.618. 1.618 is like the center of everything for Fibonacci. It's kind of like this 0.618. Yeah. So we have this right here putting us at 1.618 Fib, and we have another confluence. Let's switch back to log. You will see the 1.618 right here. The 1.618 is where this broadening wedge is targeting, and we also have that as the bottom of the wedge. So that will be the ultimate target if BTC closes weekly candles. Well, we don't want a fake out here. If BTC closes weekly candles, like 2 to 3 weekly candles here, it will be targeting its ultimate target. That ultimate target is the 1.618, and it is also this target right here. And coming down here will be, ladies and gentlemen, the fake move of our symmetrical triangle of price action reducing as we go into the future. So the drops, the successive drops are reducing, and the successive tops are also reducing. So price increase is reducing and price decrease is also reducing. It is putting us to a point if we close to the downside, that will be the fake move. The fake move can take us to 3,000, where it will go back up to the upside because it is an ascending, it ascended from the downside. Yeah, so basically it's like a bull pennant, like so, and you can take it like so. So normally the bias is to the upside, but you want to see a fake move somewhere. That fake move will be if BTC ever drops below this 84%. So if it comes down anywhere below 84%, not only will it be activating the target for the ascending broadening wedge, but it will mean that BTC over time is also going to the downside of our symmetrical triangle, or say our bull pennant, which will be targeting 3K. But 3K will be the point where BTC may take off to go to the upside of the entire bullish narrative right here. Now, I know this was just some crazy video. This was really just crazy ideas, but I would like to hear what your thoughts are in the comments. I know it was really crazy, but I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. Now, this is something I posted a video about yesterday on TikTok that we have been seeing happen over and over and over, and this is why I usually say fractal. It's a repetition of patterns that are interconnected with each other. Now, this is on the 1 hourly time frame. Let's go to the 4 hourly time frame. We will see that BTC continues to be in the ascending broadening wedge, which we were talking about the other day. Yeah, so long as it keeps this trend line in place, BTC still has a move to the upside. If we take a trend line from here and put it like so, and we have this other one putting it here. So if we put this right here, that will give us this. Let's see, where it broke out of the pattern. So yeah, we have this right here. Let's see if we can prove that with the trend-based fib. So we have our trend-based fib, so we take from here to here to here. Yeah, so we take 1, 2, and we have 3. All right, good. So that puts us at 0.618 fib ratio right here. So this is the 0.618 right here. Now, pro tip: if you ever get a target from a falling wedge or any type of pattern, and you use your trend-based fib, and the trend-based fib indicates a particular golden ratio on that exact target, know that price has a very, very, very high chance of bouncing exactly there. This video was just to let you understand my thesis as of price action and on why we are not going to 3K yet, and how we could go there, and what it will mean if we went to 3K. Until the next one, people, see you and stay safe, be blessed.